The Hungarian-born Romanian-American gymnastics coach Bela Karolyi once said, "No competition, no progress." Competition has many connotations, ranging from a simple race at an elementary recess to the survival of the fittest in the Amazon rainforest. According to the Merriam-Webster Dictionary, the definition of competition is the effort of two or more parties acting independently to secure the business of a third party by offering the most favorable terms. That definition is kind of wordy. I could probably find a different one. The word competition has many definitions and connotations, but in simplest terms, any competition is a drive for a specific goal against a group striving for the same goal. Like stated in my thesis, competition has many connotations. Maybe not use that same word. I've used it quite a few times this essay, and it's only been the first paragraph. One person might automatically think that a competition is just a football game. While that person isn't wrong, because the two teams are both trying to achieve the goal of winning, another person might think of competition, might think from a more broad standpoint. Definitely need to reword that sentence. It's kind of confusing. That person might think that competition is plainly just surviving. The faster carnivore gets the prey, the stronger bird can open up the nut, or even the more camouflaged animal doesn't get eaten. An example of competition in my life would be any basketball game that I have ever played in. The competition is between two teams that both want to win that specific game. Since the topic of competition can be very broad and eventually somewhat confusing, a great negation to the theme of competition would be a literal couch potato. Maybe also rewriting that sentence. The great American essayist Ralph Waldo Emerson once said, "A man comes to measure his greatness by the regrets, envies, and hatreds of his competitors." Emerson in 1850. This is an amazing quote because it puts the reader into a third-person perspective and shows how competition truly affects someone's life when put up to a competitor or simply against something that they would want to defeat. That's a really long sentence. It's like 4 lines, so maybe adding a semicolon or a comma conjunction somewhere in there. When reading this, one might realize how much they actually have gained from a competition or how it maybe affected their life. For example, my current track coach, Ed Mintz, said, "During track season of my senior year of high school, I was bound to go to the state track meet and triple jump, despite all competition for other competitors or even my inner thoughts. After succeeding and making it to the state level, this eventually led to my love and dedication to being a track coach that I am today." Maybe add on to the end of that paragraph and restate how he used the track season his senior year to influence the coach that he is today. As stated previously, competition in one's life can be very effective and crucial to their future success. Whether the competition has to do with life or death in the wilderness or just a simple state track meet, though it eventually affects someone's life, competition is a part of everyday life. Don't use life twice in that sentence. Competition is a part of everyday life that seems to go unnoticed. Just how the gymnastics coach Bela Karolyi once said, one would have no progress without any competition. Overall, really well, in my opinion, but some of the sentences are really long and wordy, so maybe adding some semicolons wouldn't be bad.